So, I woke up in a bunker because my game crashed, and the footage of the intro sequence corrupted. So this is why I don't have the same items after this event that I might have gotten. I just wanted to run through and get the cutscenes so you guys get the general gist of the game. And as always, please like and subscribe and enjoy the video. So now on my second playthrough, I threw away some pills because I didn't want to take the joy, which is their quote-unquote happy drug. And this is definitely not sped up, so I'm not trying to rush through, but nothing really happens in this intro. Basically, you don't take your joy, and you start whacking this piñata, where you quickly realize as your joy fades away that you are hallucinating, and this is not in fact a piñata, but something that I cannot show. Since it's censored, I'm going to try to explain to you what is happening. Because you are off your joy, you realize that they're in fact eating a dead rat, not an actual piñata and candy. And because you're off your joy, they realize that you're off your joy when you realize that it is a dead rat and not in fact piñata. And so you're forced to lock yourself in the closet and then escape. So I go through all these escapades for the second time. Essentially, it's a quick jump and drop underneath the bar where you get chased by police into the sewers, where you will be eventually caught and thrown into the Garden District. Now we're gonna cue me to... I sped this up a little bit. I spent about 15 minutes looking for how to get water or drink because I kept running out of it and wouldn't be able to sprint properly. But essentially, you have to find water, and so I sprinted over to a waypoint where I eventually found this dude who gave me a quest for the main quest line. And so I got a power cell, which opened up the portal or doorway to the next room. Once I'd unlocked the doorway to the next room, there was a joy sensor, which means that I have to take joy to go through. I didn't have any joy, so I didn't know what was going to happen. I went through. Luckily, it broke and let me through for some reason, and then I was attacked by an electric thing, which also broke. And yeah, I really don't know why they did that, but then it put me into a dream sequence where I saw a lot of people that I again can't show on YouTube, and so they're going to be quickly censored and sped through. Then, because I was still coming off my joy, I ended up throwing up over a cliff and moved on to the next portion of the game after waking from the dream sequence and moving into the next portion. In the next sequence, you had to break into a gang camp where overall this is not that difficult. You had to take out a few guys by sneaking up behind them and knocking them out. This is a trend for this game because it is very difficult and the combat is very bad. I only died to this portion a couple times, and so I ended up knocking people out and cleared the camp with relative ease. So this is my first attempt at clearing the camp. I sped it up a little bit because combat in this game is really slow and very monotonous when it comes to trying to beat someone up because you just always run out of stamina. But overall, it was not that difficult. I was still getting a hang of combat, so I did end up dying in this portion and getting a comedic ending and death with that. I got really sick, so I ended up throwing up trying to get food poisoning, as well as just instantly dying and being sent to a load screen with a great newspaper article. After a few more attempts and only 3 more deaths, I finally was able to clear out the entire base. Had some pretty good luck getting rid of all the guys, and also kind of figured out the sneaking mechanics behind this game and how weird they are. So I cleared it out, and I found a guy who gives you free stew. So that's apparently the reward for clearing out the base. It's just a guy with stew. I'm not disappointed. You're disappointed. After recovering from that triumphant waste of time, I found one great mechanic in this game.
Oh, you could do that.
It's not personal.
I mean, what were we supposed to do? We don't have enough. The only issue is we don't have enough toilets now.
You could throw them out to the clean toilet.
Are you discussing a possible toilet stack? Oh, I could throw one in the bathtub.
Pretty good kill, yeah, no, the flowers are definitely...
go. There we go.
Perfect.
Nobody knows. I am completely trusted by all. After ensuring that every body in every single household in the Garden District was in the toilet, I broke into the final area of the main questline in this part of the map, where I ran into this dude who ended up trying to attack me and kill me, ranting about someone named Margaret. But as it turns out, he was my old neighbor who was drunk, and so he tried to kill me, but then we decided that we should be friends, and so we decided to rob an army base.
I'll save you, Margaret!
Eventually, I ran into Ollie again, managing to take a look at the base, see what's happening, as well as listen to him yada yada yada. Basically, he wants us to break into the general's office, steal a key, turn off the power, and go. So let's just go do that. After I broke into the base, I started to take out some of the soldiers, before I realized they just infinitely spawn, so...
It's better this way.
So after my 94 attempts at knocking people out, this guy randomly appeared out of thin air. I broke into the general's office, wandered around in there for a little while, before eventually realizing that there was a secret door and that you can teleport through chairs, as well as no one really noticed me while I was in there, so I grabbed a few things, then solved the puzzle behind the secret door. I grabbed some note, I don't really know what it was, I didn't read it. Turned on the power and shut down the alarm system so that Ollie can break in. Began looting the place and then eventually just left and finished off the mission. To sprint by everybody. Overall, this was just a really weird mission, a really weird place to end off. But thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. If you didn't like it, then oh well, don't like, don't subscribe.